All right. We got a fight here from Masney. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Zabiłeś.
So right here, you see this hunter over here,
Po lewej końcu masz.
A mi
Zabiłeś.
dał heada.
right?
Heada mi
Po
dał.
prawej.
So they concertina from the top. Oh no, that's still top. Okay.
Po lewej.
So this compound specifically, there's one up here. He's the one who threw the concertina bomb, right? And as far as we can tell, there it might be two up there. We're not too sure because I don't know the entirety of this fight. But there's one dead over here, which means the focus of this team over here, 100% is not only going to be on you so they can get res, but then they can drop on you through a hole here, and then they can drop on you once you come around.
Na ciele tam jest na
They
końcu.
can drop on you.
Na ciele.
I need to do that from right here too, right? There's a hole that allows you to get to the roof and they can drop straight down. So when you come over here to deal with the zombie, it leaves you exposed. If this person dropped down right now, you would have your knife, your spear out, and you would have to go for like a spear trade or something. You could potentially go for a spear throw, but you're probably trading if they jump down right now, right? Because you don't have your weapon out, you're dealing with the zombie, and you put yourself in a position to where you're very clearly visible from two places that the hunter can drop down from, and there's only those two places. They can only drop here or earlier, right here. They can only drop through this hole here or that roof area in the back. So if your plan is to deal with a zombie, I would rather you go a little bit further back over here so you don't put yourself in easy sight range and shotgun range and spear range and all that kind of stuff. It's clear you're looking for some other hunter or to get yourself in a decent position. You also have the assassin down here. If the assassin traps you in this corner, you're in a lot of trouble. So, like, in general, I don't like dealing with the zombie and stuff in this position. I much rather you be back here or make it over here, or maybe even just run all the way through and then deal with the zombie over here. But I don't know the information of exactly where teams are. I just try to always think about what the opponent is trying to do. The opponent is trying to res their teammate. And so they're going to try to put themselves in a position to not only kill you, but then immediately res after. And what's the quickest way to do that? They drop down, kill you, then res their teammate. So like that's always that they're going to be looking for that opportunity, and you need to not give them a good opportunity to do that in. Luckily, they didn't punish you, but they could have.
Po prawej.
Gets res. We see a dead one on the floor. So that's two dead. There's probably just one left up there. They're playing really scared.
Okay.
If I was the guy up top, I would 100% be trying to wallbang, depending on the weapons I have. But if I have some kind of rifle, anything that can pen, I'd be trying to wallbang down here because the guy upstairs is not he's not in the boss room, so he can't get shot at by the boss, but the guy downstairs can. So the more you have this guy moving around and getting hit by boss, the better for you, right? Like if Masney gets hit by the assassin once, every weapon in the game will 100% two tap him. So it's one of those scenarios where you just want to keep the person down below moving so that the assassin has more time to find him and all that kind of jazz. Assassin's kind of just leaving you around. See, it seems like you didn't know about that drop, but the drop's right here. So obviously you want to be focused on it because there's only two places at which a guy up top can get you. Well, I should say there's three. There's the where they can get angles on you. One of them's up here. The other one's those windows on the side. And then the third is the place where you drop down and get access to the roof. So 100% not checking up here leaves you exposed, and your opponent takes advantage of it.
Ja stoję w pozycji.
Zabiłem.
Bomb Lance takes care of him. Hell yeah.
Ale muszę wybiec.
Backed you up.
Topkę wszedł.
Someone hit a trap in the back. Something that I'd be looking to do is breaking that lantern over the body. I don't know if that team's permad. I don't know if all their teammates are dead, and you know that because I didn't see the very start of this fight and all that jazz. But if you don't know that team's permad, I'd be looking to break that at some point in time. Without the assassin up your ass would be nice. A way to get the assassin off your ass is to shoot it, even though you have the Romero. and it's got a decently long reload time. If you put yourself in one of those angles, like I said, in the back here, to where someone coming around, like coming inside from over here, jumping down, doesn't really get a good angle on you, you're at a decent place to at least reload your Romero after shooting the assassin, before the opponent is able to get an angle on you. I would say that I believe Assassin almost always does it twice. So you shoot Assassin, it goes under, tries to find a new angle, and then pops up and does the exact same thing. So you're going to want to shoot it with Romero, then whip out your sidearm, shoot it once with your sidearm when it pops up, and then reload your Romero. Is generally how I would do it. It would get the Assassin off your ass here, because he will not stop until he hits you once he's in that mode, or you hit him twice out of it. Like this pop-up mode, see? He's just going to keep finding you and coming after you. Like that. I like not immediately going for the heal here. One, the person up top, if they're paying attention, knows that you got hit and wants to take advantage of it. So if you go for the heal immediately, it'll leave you exposed to anyone trying to take advantage of it, and you're probably going to trade or get one shot anyway. Shotguns, spears, explosive crossbows, whatever, right? Like you're probably, the extra 50 health probably doesn't matter too much here. A regen shot would have made it to where you don't have to heal here if you had a regen shot, but I like waiting for the heal. You're in the assassin's room, all that kind of stuff. So you want to stay mobile. Don't really want to go for the heal immediately. And you have spear, you could just knock it out of that mode with spear. Okay, right here, I would not go out there with not 150 health. So you can hear him on roof. So there's someone that is looking for an angle on you, and you're not at 150 health here, but you are out of Assassin's Lair. So you could go to the left or right here and hug the building and try to go for the heal. I would recommend the right, because if you go to the left, someone on the second floor can get an angle through the boards at you down here, and it's pretty easy to wallbang. So I would recommend going over here and trying to heal real quick before exposing yourself to the roof. But let's see what happens. Okay, this is an okay place to heal if you make it, but the fact you make it here just means the person up top wasn't really paying that much attention. They can still wallbang you, but definitely get the heal off. If you have Dauntless, I can say that right there. You could have got the heal off Dauntless and then shot him with the bow all at the same time. It would have been the perfect counter in that situation. If you don't have Dauntless, then if you go for heal here, you're going to have to stop your heal and then whip out the bow to kill him. But I would have recommended healing like right about now. I would have been going to the right and trying to heal here, and I think you would have had enough time to get it off before the dynamite starts up, because look at how long of a time this is before the action happens. You definitely had enough time to heal. So now you could be at full health and that person could be dead, which is a little bit better of a position.
To inny team jest. Ja podnoszę Deadlego od razu. Ty odejdź. Ktoś go ocalił.
100% would heal right now. Now that your teammate's up.
Tak, to nowy team przyszedł. Jest tu już na tym ciele, po prawej od razu.
Na górze czy na dole?
Na dole.
Nice. Oh, you have a regen shot. I would have taken this a lot earlier. A lot earlier. I didn't see that you had a regen.
Jak biegłem po ten. Romero shorty. Weź co możesz.
Kurwa.
Zabiłeś.
Nice kill.
W środku na dole po prawej.
Going up top, you can hear the ladder climb. Going for the wall bang.
Zabił.
Good wall bang.
Kończy zabił. Jest czerwono?
Nie.
Biało.
It's over? GG.
Już mam nekromancji.
No
Dwa
P.
teamy padły. To wszyscy, tak?
Tak.
I'm guessing they're gonna fight another 3-man or something.
No spinał się czymś, kurwa. No, słyszałem.
A jest nad wami jeden i drugi jest na E, na dosyć blisko. Tam przy tej szopce.
Yeah, I can tell that the banish and stuff happened already here, but I'm just saying, imagine that fight just ended and another team was waiting to pounce, third party, and they see you exposed like that. Things can hit the fan very, very quickly in this game. You can get caught off guard very, very quickly. So the sooner that you make your team full again, like full bars or anything like that can drastically change how the fights in the future go, can drastically change what positioning is available because the boss room is now clear. I'm just pointing it out as for information for people that are playing this game and are like, okay, it's just something I've seen time and time again in Hunt Showdown where people do not kill the boss quick enough because they're too loot focused or they want to pick up a different weapon or something. Because you don't want to pick up the different weapon for bomb lance until after boss is dead, because bomb lance is one of the best ways to kill boss. Do you see what I'm saying? Where like no matter the situation, the bomb lancer should be focusing on boss. Simply the only way I would say shouldn't is if you guys are full bars. Got a guy upstairs. These are the windows I was talking about earlier.
Zabiłem.
Nice kill.
Dobra, jest git, easy.
Jest.
Nad nami. Biegnę od razu na niego.
Biegniemy.
Tu w okienku był.
Będzie... Co to do kurwy jest?
They got a guy across the way.
Ja idę podnieść.
Ooh, I like that shot. That's a fun shot. I want repeat it.
Trafiłem go.
The repeat gets the hit though. All right, now you punish. Oh, never mind. Your teammate's dead.
Infami.
If all three of you were up and you just hit that guy with a bow and arrow, which forces a bleed, all three of you push across that water.
Jakoś tak.
I'm pretty sure when you scanned two, you only saw two, which means at most there's two people across this water. One you didn't see, and then because you killed the one up top, right? So at most, if it's a 3-man team, there's two across this water. All three of you heavy push when one person's hurt and needs to heal, then you generally will just run them over if you guys are confident in your abilities. If you're not, then you could stay back. But generally speaking, that right there is go time for me. It's like, okay, this is a push opening. Is my team ready for it? You had a down teammate. I don't think your team's ready for it. Waiting here is fine.
Infantry, ale snajper?
Tak, snajper.
Sniper. Biegnij. Biegniemy, kurwa.
Ja to nie wychodzę już tędy, pierdolę.
Chodź, chodź.
Wyjdę sobie tędy.
Jest na
Now he's going in. Now he's going in. Bomb Lance wants some of it, baby.
Zaraz zabiję Rójka.
Bomb Lance made it over.
Do lewej jest git.
All right. Something I don't know how your consumables look like as a party, but one thing I see here is definitely dynamites and stuff should be getting thrown right now because your team is really exposed as you push. So the more you can distract them, the more they can't hear exactly where you're coming from, can't hear you heal, those kind of things. And then on top of it, you could just straight up kill them if the dynamite lands where it needs to or whatever. I would highly recommend having something thrown in these scenarios. Like as soon as you're in the water with the bow drawn, like this leaves you so exposed, your teammates really exposed. I would start thinking about throwing stuff here and swapping to it if you have consumables to throw. But this is a very good scenario of you're being proactive, but you're not covering your openings as much as you can be. So one arrow miss puts you in a 1v1 scenario in this kind of context, and dynamite and stuff like that just covers it to where if your teammate dies, you generally have enough time to res, generally have enough confusion or chaos, especially if you hit him, to either go for the res or you're in a better position in the 1v1 where he's hit and you have full health. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it just puts you can get some space out of the water. You get some ground out of the water. Like there's a lot of things dynamite does here to cover the weakness of both you guys going out in the open in slow ass water. Defensive weapon generally, and being aggressive with it in this scenario, I don't mind, but it generally will get you killed more times than throwing a dynamite or something, or just having a high fire rate weapon. See, and then your teammate gets hit, he takes 0 damage, which now puts you in a really shit position.
Zaraz zabiję Rójka.
Somehow your teammate doesn't die to the second shot,
Do lewej jest widziany.
which would put you in a 1v1 in the water with water devils around. Like, so many bad things here. So many bad. He's coming for the back. He's got a spear. Now you're in a 1v1, and you get it. Nice job. Outspeared the spear.
Zostało, że on przez wodę do mnie jeszcze przyszedł.
Nie, no,
Teammate's coming up the back, but I can tell you that teammate
Kurwa,
coming up
ale
the back.
czemu go...
This exact scenario is how solos beat trios, is because they're able to section the fight to where they're only kind of fighting one person at a time. And at the beginning, when you're both in the water, they're fighting two of you, but you're not able to capitalize on it because you have the bow and because of the angles and whatever. Like right here would have been your best chance to capitalize on it, but over here, you have no
Yes, no
chance to
stopień.
capitalize on it. And then you should be prepping some kind of dynamite or something to protect your boy. And your boy should be holding angles with weapons. That's what I'm saying. If generally speaking, the guy in front should be holding angles with whatever weapons because he's going to meet the enemy first. And that's the noise that the nearest noise is what the enemy is going to react to. And then the one in the back should be prepping dino or something to secure the kill. But it works out for you
A nie
anyways.
coś grać zajmie.
And then I think you go back. GGG's. GGG's.
Ja się zanurzę.
It works, man. It works. I didn't want to kill my friend. Sometimes, Masney, sometimes that's the sacrifice for a fat W. They say, please forgive my mouse on screen. I had the bug. That's all good. That's all good. I don't mind. I am feeling better, Ember. I'm just not 100%. Ooh.
I'm watching this door.
So many explosives.
Oh! I'm dead.
This is gonna be rough. Here come the explosive crossbows. Frag bow. Yeah. GG's. So this is something I'm glad a clip like this was brought in because explosive crossbow is extremely good, and I just put a video out on YouTube about it, but a lot of people underestimate it. And this is a scenario. I hate that bug. Yeah, it's a rough one. 2 stars and a 6-star lobby. Yep. But this is a scenario. As soon as you hear that explosive crossbow, it happens like there. As soon as you hear that explosive crossbow, you cannot leave a wall behind you. You cannot challenge him when he's on the same floor as you unless you're out in the open. Like, it is so demoralizing facing a explosive crossbow that is in tight spaces, especially if you didn't know about it beforehand. Like right now, let's say you don't know about it, and then he shoots the explosive crossbow and it hits you directly and you're dead. Like that's rough, right? Because you didn't know about it and they're like, oh, they have explosive crossbow. GG, I'm done. But you do get a chance to hear it. They shot it and you and your teammate both have a chance to react to it. The only way you kill explosive crossbow without getting absolutely brutalized is if you spear him when he decides to explosive crossbow your feet or whatever. Is if you spear him, or you leave the building and create some space, make angles that are tough for explosive crossbow to blow up around you. But having all these walls everywhere makes it super easy. Having a flat ground makes it super easy. And it can bounce off things. Like, it is such a good weapon that as soon, I mean, you hear frag bow going off here. As soon as you hear that explosion or an explosion happens instantly, let's say you don't know the weapons too well, right? But you hear, so that this one has a fuse. So you know that's a dynamite. That's not an explosive crossbow. That one has no fuse, nothing, and exploded right there. That's explosive crossbow. Okay? No fuse, nothing like that, just an explosion. And generally, you can hear the crossbow shoot there. But if you're new to the game, you're not going to necessarily know that noise. But an explosion that explodes instantly is explosive crossbow. Everything else has some kind of timer. Frag bow goes tss, boom. And bomb lance goes tss, boom, right? But explosive crossbow goes boom. Like that's it. That's it. Just boom. So whenever it's an instant explosion, you know it's explosive crossbow. I personally, in this compound, would have rotated out of this little hallway, and your teammate should have too, unless
I'm watching this door.
he's in a really good position to try to get a like spear throw or, you know, ambush. It seems like he's to the side of the door. And as soon as he hears the fuse from the frag bow, He should have either tried to dauntless it if he has dauntless, or he needs to make a play off of it. He either needs to back up or he needs to charge them before the explosion happens. If he tried charging them here, he would have got hit by explosive crossbow and he's dead. So I don't think that was the right play in this scenario. Staying there is definitely not the right play in this scenario. And as soon as he hears that frag going off, he needs to rotate towards you and you need to cover him a little bit so he can get a heal off or whatever from the frag bow. But your friend made a huge mistake by just chilling next to the frag arrow, right? He gets hit by it, he's bleeding, and when the frag bow hits, he's telling his teammate, I hit, right? Like I hit someone with that. So then the explosive crossbow guy is gonna go, all right, I'll shoot my explosive in there and see if I get a hit. And he gets it. Also, he could hear him because he was bleeding.
Oh! I'm dead. From my crossbow bolts.
Now, right here, the only chance you have, in my opinion, of killing these two is backing out of this area. Like, you have a wall to your back, you have a wall to your right, you have tight hallway, there's a wall over here. Like, they can bounce explosive crossbow and it can blow up near you in so many different areas that you're gonna take chip damage. Unless the person literally is aiming the opposite way of you, you're gonna take chip damage, if not just straight up die to it. So you just need to leave the area. Come down here, go through here would be the hardest for the person up top to hit, because they can bounce off this wall. Like the explosive crossbow hits this and goes boom, or the frag arrow hits this and goes tss, right? So you want to try to cut the angle as much as possible. And I 100% would have just ran out that door or ran to your left and then gotten outside. Once you're outside on the bottom floor, the explosive crossbow now has that height advantage against you, which is still a shit situation to be in. So you need to create distance. You need to be crouch walking and try to get into a position where explosive crossbow is not directly above you or have any kind of height advantage. Here in this compound, there's a staircase to the far right that you could try climbing. You could also try going out on the left, but that's pretty risky because that's where your teammate kind of died from. So I said I would have picked this right side to run down. Even if I picked the right side, I'd still head out that door. I'd come around this side, head out that door, crouch walk over to the staircase on the right, and try to get up on that roof on the right to get a better angle against them. But it's just, you 100% will die in this scenario if you're up against explosive crossbow.
Damn.
That's how good it is.
Well, this is awkward.
GGG.